Hey guys, this is Read On with Sir Michael Rivera. I'm Sir Michael, and right now I'll be reviewing King, the photobiography of Martin Luther King Jr. Very good book. Um, what I really liked about this book, it's a photobiography on Martin Luther King, perfect for the novice Martin Luther King reader. Is that this book was not so much a biography of him, but of the civil rights movement as well. It just kind of followed him through Birmingham, through Selma, through Chicago, during the whole movement. And, you kind of just get a glimpse of what his day to day life was and what was the day to day life of the movement in itself. And I think that this is definitely one of the most important periods of American history. And Martin Luther King's role is that, in many ways, I don't want to say that he began the movement, but he gave it an energy that no one else was really able to give to this movement. He was, you can say, the embodiment of the civil rights movement, him and Rosa Parks. And there's nowadays, we have a Martin Luther King Day, and they just did the monument on him not long ago. There's kind of this sense, I think, amongst a lot of people that Martin Luther King is almost mythical. He's kind of like a godlike figure, and he wasn't. He was a human being like everybody else. He faced the same issues and dilemmas that we all face on a daily basis. And that's what I liked about this book. This book portrayed and depicted the humanity of Martin Luther King Jr. And, for example, these photographs here, I have one photograph where it's him at home with his wife. Take a look at this photograph. What a great photograph. This is him and, come right on, let me step out a little bit. And if you notice, uh, he's kind of looking at her and she's looking away. I mean, the body language in that photograph is remarkable. It's almost as if there's some, tension, and there is tension going on between them. The biographer describes this scene as the day following an attack on Martin Luther King by a white racist assailant in Birmingham, where he essentially refused to give details to the police about this man. He didn't really want the man incarcerated, and this was how Martin Luther King was. He wasn't too interested in whether or not the person was incarcerated because he was attacked several times. What he was really interested in is the system gonna be rectified? Can we rectify the system so that a white man in Birmingham is not trying to kill me? But I kind of wonder. I know that Martin Luther King was um, an unfaithful man, put it that way. He was that well known already. He had a lot of women on the side. And you just kind of wonder if this was actually one of those moments. Now, this is just speculation, but one of those moments where his wife probably confronted him about his womanizing. So, just a little food for thought, but just wanted to share a few other pretty incredible photographs in this book. I also like this one. It shows a young African American woman being apprehended. So, and then there's this photograph, and I just like the defiance in her eyes. And then there's this one for the "I Have a Dream" speech, and it shows the perspective from Martin Luther King himself. Rather than getting it the other way around, a look at King, it's really a view from his standpoint, from his perspective. Again, great read, especially for the novice reader, the person who's not very well versed in the life of Martin Luther King, because it's pretty brief. It's only about 200 pages, and it kind of goes through the most important aspects of both his life and the civil rights movement. This is Michael Rivera at Read On.